Hi, hello guys, this is Vijay, biology lecturer from Ayalaba Junior College. As you know that we have started our NEET series. Based on that, we are discussing about NEET biology and NEET chemistry. In that category, today we are going to discuss about NEET biology, unit 2 biological classification, examiner practice questions. So let's get started. Let us talk about the next question, question number 87. Okay. Look at this question, guys. Some of the bacteria are able to grow in streptomycin containing medium due to, here are 4 different options given: natural selection, induced mutation, reproductive isolation, and genetic drift. Let us talk about the right answer for this question. So according to this particular question, you see option A is the right answer. Let us see. Normally, bacteria, they cannot survive in antibiotic containing medium, but if does so, it must have some acquired resistance against that antibiotic, because which is present in the antibiotic medium, so that requires some the resistance power against to the activity against this antibiotic. So these are well adapted to grow in streptomycin containing medium, and thus there are more evolved. So due to that, the natural selection, only the more evolved and better adapted species that could be able to survive in the medium where this streptomycin is present. So usually, the right answer for this question, the question number 87, option A is the right answer, because there we could see that the natural selection is one of the method where the organism could evolved better than the adapted species. So the right answer for this question is option A. Let us talk about the next question. So look at this question, guys. In bacteria, plasmid is, here are 4 different options given: extra chromosomal material, main DNA, non-functional DNA, and repetitive gene. So let us see the right answer for this question. According to question number 8, the option A is the right answer. Let us see. So in addition to this nucleus-like structure present in the bacterial cell, the bacterial cytoplasm normally which contain small separate pieces of DNA, and these pieces of DNA are called plasmids. Okay, talking about these plasmids, these are circular shape DNA, and which has the units, they are 1/100 the size of the main nuclear DNA which is present in the nucleus of other organism. Okay, so when it is found in cytoplasm, entirely it is independent to the bacterial chromosome. So they could replicate autonomously. Sometimes it becomes integrated into the main DNA and replicates with it. During the conjugation, it is one of the method of sexual mode of reproduction. During this time, the plasmids, sometimes which are also called as episomes, they could help for the transferring of genetic material between these 2 different bacteria, and that may carry some of the genes of resistance to the variety of the antibiotics. They could help for carrying the information of this DNA from one bacteria to the other. So the right answer for this question is option A. Now let us talk about question number 89. Choose the correct sequence of the stages of growth curve of bacteria. So here are 4 different options given. Let us see. Lag, log, stationary and decline phase, lag, log, decline and stationary phase, stationary, lag, log, decline phase, and decline, lag, log and stationary phase. Let us see the right answer for this question. This question is based on the bacterial growth curve. Okay. According to this particular question, you see option A is the right answer. It is the correct sequence of the bacterial growth. So in the earlier we have discussed about the same type of question. Now let us talk about this next question, that is, which fungal disease spread by seed and flowers? Here are 4 different options given: loose smut of wheat, corn smut, covered smut of barley, and soft rod of potato. Let us see the right answer for this question. According to this question, option A is the right answer. Let us see. Loose smut of wheat, it is what? It is one of the fungal disease that could be infected the healthy wheat plant at the time of flowering. Here, chlamydospores, which is from the smutted heads, germinate on the stigmas, and that could produce the infection threads that is infecting the ovaries and the stigma, I mean the female reproductive part of the flower. Finally, the fungus that could continues to grow within the embryo as a seed matures. With the germination of these infected seeds, internal dormant fungal mycelium that could be resuming its actively again. And this particular disease, it was caused by the fungus. So the right answer for this particular question is option A. Now let us talk about the next question. Which of the following secretes toxin during storage conditions of crop plants? Here are 4 different options given. Let us see. Aspergillus, Penicillium, Fusarium and Calyptotrichum. Now let us see the right answer for this question. Okay, according to question number 91, let us see the right answer. Right answer for this question is option A and B. Let us see. Penicillium and Aspergillus, both are the fungal group. They could produce a toxins which is stored in the seeds and grains. And Aspergillus, that they could produce aflatoxin. It is a kind of poison and it is a kind of toxin for fruits and vegetables and also food grains and seeds. Penicillium, they could produces the toxin to yellow rice toxin, which is also called as for the rice plant especially, and barley and corn. So the right answer for this question is option A and B, both are fungal group. Let us talk about the next question. Cauliflower mosaic virus, which contains, here are 4 different options given. Let us see. ssRNA, dsRNA, dsDNA and ssDNA. Okay, according to this question, question number 92, the right answer is option C. Let us see. Cauliflower mosaic virus, this is the type of virus that could causes the cauliflower mosaic disease to the plant, and this could contain dsDNA, and this DNA is a circular and that could shows that semi discontinuous type of replication. So the right answer for this particular question is option C. Now let us go for the next question. Now question number 93. What is true for cyanobacteria? Here are 4 different options given. Oxygenic with nitrogenous, oxygenic without nitrogenous, non-oxygenic with nitrogenous, non-oxygenic without nitrogenous. Let us see the right answer for this question. Okay, so according to this question 93, option A is the right answer. Let us see. Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is one of the type of blue-green algae which is also popularly known as, and they are also called as the gram-negative prokaryotes. Okay, these cyanobacteria are also called as true prokaryotes, but their photosynthetic system that is closely resembled with that the eukaryotes, which is almost, it is closer to the plants. So because they have chlorophyll A and photosystem 2, so these are the pigments present in that, and that could carry out this oxygenic photosynthesis. Like the red algae, the cyanobacteria, which also uses the phycopilly proteins as a accessory pigments, and these photosynthetic pigments and electron transport chain components which are located in the thylakoid membrane lined with the particles called phycobilisomes, which also contain the pigment called phycobilin. Okay, particularly phycocyanin that could transfer the energy to this photosystem 2 that contain the nitrogenous enzyme for nitrogen fixation. This enzyme becomes inactive in the presence of the oxygen, but thick-walled heterocyst that could provide the suitable anaerobic environment for the nitrogenous activity even in the aerobic condition. So the right answer for this question is option A. Now let us talk about next question. Question number 94. What is true for this archaebacteria? Here are 4 different options given. All halophils, all photosynthetics, all fossils, oldest living beings. Let us see the right answer for this question. Okay, according to this particular question, option D is the right answer. Let us see. Archaebacteria, which is also called as the ancient type of prokaryotes, and they are believed to have that originated at the time when there were extreme conditions in the biosphere. they could able to survive in the different extreme environment. Say for example, they could able to survive in the extreme hot climate and also extreme cold condition. There are few examples like Methanobacterium, Methanococcus. These are the archaebacteria. They could even produces this methane as a byproduct during its lifetime. At the same time, this halobacteria and halococcus, they could able to survive in extreme saline conditions, salt conditions. I mean, they could able to survive in the marshy land and the salt lake, especially salt rich locations are the conditions. And according to this particular question, you see question number 94, D is the right answer for this question. Now let us talk about the next question. Difference in gram positive and gram negative bacteria is due to, here are 4 different options given: cell wall, cell membrane, ribosome and cytoplasm. So which one of these following could able to differentiate the gram positive and gram negative bacteria? Let us talk about this. According to this particular question, option A is the right answer. Okay, let us talk about this in detail. See, gram staining, it is one of the technique of staining of bacteria, adding color to the bacteria, and this was first developed by the Danish physician whose name is Christian Gram in the year 1884. Okay, there are 2 kinds of bacteria were noted by doing this this kind of experiment by adding of staining, this technique. Those species of bacteria that are decolorized by alcohol, which are called as gram negative, and those that colors retained, which are called as gram positive. And this property of bacteria, which is related to the structure and composition difference between the walls of gram positive and gram negative forms, in the cell wall of gram positive bacteria, both these horizontal and vertical peptide linkages which are present, due to which the mesh dense, that is hence the stain does not come out. Similarly, in the cell wall of this gram negative bacteria, either horizontal or the vertical peptide linkage which are present, due to which mesh is loose. The earlier one, which is the peptide linkage which are present, due to which mesh is loose, and hence the stain that could comes out. So that the further outermost layer of this cell wall of gram negative bacteria is made up of lipopolysaccharides, whereas you see the cell wall of this gram positive bacteria, which is made up of teichoic acid. So this cell wall could able to show the difference between these 2 different bacteria. That is a major reason the bacteria of gram positive and gram negative could able to differentiate with each other. Let us talk about next question. Question number 96. Adhesive pad of fungi penetrate the host with the help of dash. Here are 4 different options given: mechanical pressure and enzymes, hooks and suckers, softening by enzymes, only by mechanical pressure. Let us talk about this question. According to question number 96, option A is the right answer. Let us see. Right, the adhesive pad of fungi that could penetrate the host with the help of mechanical pressure, whereas the other options are given hooks and suckers. These are not used by this fungi, where these apparatus could be seen when we are talking about this invertebrate platyhelminthes. Okay, that later we will discuss. Now let us talk about this fungi penetration. This fungi penetrate to the host cell with the help of this mechanical pressure and enzymes. It pushes against the cell wall of the host cell, then that could releases some enzymes. That enzymes are called as cellulase. With the help of the cellulase, they could digest the cellulose of the host cell wall, so that the hyphae is able to penetrate into the host cell wall, so that the fungi could able to multiply or develop. So according to this particular question, option A is the right answer. Now let us talk about question number 97. Black rust of wheat which is caused by, so here are 4 different options: Puccinia, Astileca, Albuga, Albuco and Phytophthora. So let us see the right answer for this question. According to this question 97, option A is the right answer. This question already we discussed earlier. Now let us talk about next question. A system of classification in which a large number of traits which are considered to be, here are 4 different options given: natural system, phylogenetic system, artificial system, synthetic system. Let us talk about this. Okay, question number 98. According to question number 98, option A is the right answer. Let us see. Okay, talking about this classification, there are 3 systems of classification which are called as artificial classification, natural classification, phylogenetic classification. In the natural system of classification, the organisms which are arranged on the basis of all known taxonomic characteristic features instead of one or first few examples. And these particularly includes for the morphological characteristic features, anatomical characteristic features, and cytological characteristic features, even physiological characteristic features, and biochemical characteristic features. This artificial system, it is based on one or a few characters which are easily observable. Okay, the phylogenetic system tries to organize organisms on the basis of their genetic and phylogenetic relationship beside these taxonomic characteristic features. So the right answer for this question is option A. Now let us talk about question number 99. Photosynthetic bacteria have pigments in, here are 4 different options given. Let us see: chromoplast, leucoplast, and chloroplast. Let us see the right answer for this question. According to this question, the right answer is option B. Let us see. Photosynthetic bacteria, they have chromatophores, which are membrane bound vesicular structures, which are also extensions of the cytoplasmic membrane. They contain photosynthetic pigments along with the enzymes and also the electron carriers for photosynthetic phosphorylation. These pigments, which are also called as bacteriochlorophyll, bacteriophytin. Okay, leucoplast, chloroplast, chromoplast, these are the different type of plastids which are present in which occur in the plastids and some other protistas. So these particular pigments can be seen in organisms of protista, whereas the chromatophores can be seen in the bacteria. Okay, so the right answer for this question is option B. Now let us talk about question number 100. Okay, according to this question, columella is a specialized structure found in the sporangium of, so here are 4 different options given. Columella, it's a specialized characteristic feature present in Spirogyra, Elothrix, Rhizobus, and none of these. Let us see the right answer. According to this question, option C is the right answer, Rhizobus. Okay, Rhizobus is what? It is one of the saprophytic fungus, and that can able to grow on the dead and debris. Dead and debris are the dead organic matters. And the mycelium is differentiated into 3 different kinds: hypae, rhizoidal, and stolons, and also called sporangiophores. These rhizoidal hypae, which are for helping for the anchoraging, sedentary mode of life, standing on a particular substratum, and that could able to absorb the food by secreting some enzymes, and stolons that could grow horizontally over the surface of the substratum, and sporangiophores are there. These are the specialized hypae that could bear the sporangium at their tip. It helps in the dispersal of spores and usually persist even after bursting of the sporangium. So the right answer for this, the particular apparatus that could be seen in the organism of Rhizobus. So the right answer for this question is option C. Guys, so far we have discussed few examiner practice question from this unit 2 biological classification, and this video we will continue with one more video. Until then, thank you guys.